Hey everybody, this is Joe with High Score Saves coming at you with a new Kangaroo free play and High Score Save kit. This was kind of a fun one here. Long story short, there's some of the track sounds. Actually going with the track music on this one. Typical Kangaroo stuff. So, long story short, we had a customer named Paul. Really, really good guy. And in fact, he was begging for a Kangaroo kit because he does not like the options out there. So what I'm going to end up doing here is showing you what kind of kit that we do when it boots up. We're going to hit the start button and we're going to go through the settings on this kit. Awesome stuff. So we're hitting player 1. And what's going to end up happening here, just like our other kits, I'm just going to go down the options, let you know what's available and what makes the changes on your cool Kangaroo cabinet. So right here, cabinet type, you got the cocktail and upright. I actually have this in my junior pack adapter. Long story short, I'm sure you can see the bezel around there. You have the flip screen, which you can enable or disable. The way my monitor is set up, it does display the correct way. So we're going to have that disabled. The game music, enable or disable. I like it. So you can set it for off, 25% of the time, 50%, or 100, which I always choose. The coinage really isn't going to matter because obviously these are all the dip settings. We have free play enabled. One of the great features of the kit. Cool option here is God mode. God mode, if you enable it, you have unlimited lives and the game never ends. You just keep hopping along until you're done. I keep it on disabled because God mode is basically just a practice, an easy way to set up a practice mode. Just for levels that you go, you just keep going, it never ends. The copyright message, you can choose Atari, Sun, or none. Of course, me being me, High Score Saves is my copyright message. Save all scores, only the top 3, only the first, or none. I choose to save all, but I can see where customers do like this option of only the top 3 because when you have 10 scores on there, when you turn on your game, it'll save the top 3 scores. So if a new player comes up in your arcade, they're able to put their score up on the scoreboard. So I keep it on all again. The backup scores, this is kind of a cool thing. And obviously this is something here because of the flip screen. But you back up your scores. So let's say you have someone who comes up, puts monster scores up on your cabinets. And we're going to have to go back into the menu. Enable that. Oh, nothing's perfect on these things here. So obviously that's something there. But when we go to the scores and we back up the scores, from the point you back it up, now if anybody comes, puts a score up, it's awesome. It'll save it just like it normally does. However, if you choose and they beat your scores, you can go into Restore. And the time between when you backed up to now you're restoring, all of those scores are erased. So that means any scores put up in between those times just get erased, so you don't have to worry about high scores from the monster player that comes over. Now you also have a reset default game high score table. So you can reset it to when you first got it, factory fresh. And then you can reset all the dip settings, anything above or on the next menu, to the factory settings also. The boot up menu, you saw that where it comes up, says press player 1. If you waited about 5 seconds, it would just go into the game. Enabled is a cool way to do it, but if you disable that, that menu won't come up. It'll be basically stealth mode when you won't even know that the kit's installed. The way that you would get to this menu if you have it disabled is press player 1 while you're powering on the game. So I'm actually going to leave that disabled, so I have to press player 1 when I power on the game if I want to get back to this. Reset button, absolutely cool thing. It's like a soft boot where if you mess up on your first guy or whatever, you can hold down the player ones and twos and get you to reset the game and start over. Basically, just instead of turning it off and turning it back on. Now, we also have our online version. You would set that to on-T if you bought the online kit and put in your PK and SK code, your personal and security key. If you got the normal version, you will just leave this off and leave the PK and SK blank. We're going to go back to the main menu and go to the default game settings. So you can choose either 3 or 5 lives. You have the difficulty of easy or hard. I like it easy. And then you have your bonus. We have no bonus kangaroos. You get one at 10,000 points, or 10,000 at every 30,000, and there or 20 and 40. So I like leaving it at the 10 and 30. And that's it. Hit save. You're going to hit your start button. And bam, you are at the Kangaroo, ready to rock and roll. So I do appreciate all the business. This is one of those oddball kits that adds the features of free play and high score save. Has your menu system with the 10 scores. And, of course, the attract music. So I do want to say thank you. If you have any questions or concerns, definitely contact us. We're always working on kits. Have a great time and come visit us at www.highscoresaves.com.